Good day, mariners. This is Amit Meena, founder of Punk Marine Services. In today's video, I like to share some of the tips which are very much important. If suppose there's a weather warning that you'll be facing a storm, a cyclonic storm is nearby, or is approaching your area of operation, and suppose, for example, you are on an offshore vessel. So, what are the precautions you need to take? See, first and foremost, for example, let's take it that you are in the port and you receive the warning that the storm is approaching. So according to you, well in advance, you will have to plan out what would be the time when you'll be departing the port. That is very much required because you need to really clear the berth area and go away from the port area first, and then sail down away from the storm. The pathway of the storm, you need to sail away from that. Now, you accordingly you need to inform your engine room that they have sufficient fuel for, suppose for example, for a week or something. You have sufficient fresh water, sufficient provisions, sufficient medicines. You have all the crew members who are in a healthy state of mind. And cargo, probably if you have not taken the cargo, then your offshore vessel better not to load the cargo when you are alongside, to take precautions so that there is no shifting of cargo, there is no tension of that sort, and your stability conditions are well calculated as per the storm conditions. Then when you sail out in the storm area, that is when you sail out away at sea, and when you are sailing away from the storm area, you need to take care that what are the loads you are putting up on your engines, what is the direction, what is the course you are steering, what is the direction where you'll be going in the safe waters, what will be the course, what will be the speed, what are the waypoints involved, or proper passage plan. Then weather monitoring is very, very important, whether you get weather reports on the charter side, whether you get weather report on sat sea, or any other third party. Weather reports have to be monitored at continuous interval, probably at least 3 hours to 6 hours interval, and would keep sending a weather report to the relevant parties, charterers, owners, or things like that. And for that many number of 2 to 3 to 5 days when you are in the safe water zone, you have to keep sending the weather reports, you have to keep sending the updates about the vessel, you have to keep inquiring about the other vessels who are involved in similar operations, where they are and things like that. How the storm is moving, what is the direction the storm is approaching, is there any change of pathway of the storm, do you really need to take corrective action, some aversion course, you need to go away down from the cyclone side. So these are the precautions you need to take on the navigational side. Also, there's a heavy weather checklist you need to comply by. You need to check that all the lashing which are there completely in your stores all around the accommodation, whether it is in your forecastle store, whether it is in your sharing platform, or whether it is in the engine room, or suppose there's some cargo if you have loaded, then what are they, how you have taken the lashing. You have to keep continuously be aware of the lashing also. And whensoever the crew members, anybody who's going out of accommodation, they need to inform the OW. These precautions are very much required step, especially when you are facing, even you are in the outer fringes of the storm. These precautions are very, very important to be taken. Also, while turning around your vessel or something, you need to inform the engine room well in advance, because the engine load should not fluctuate so much that it really is, and it gives a problem to one of the engines, because having both your engines, if you are an offshore vessel, having both your azimuth drive or propulsion system is very, very important storm area, because you cannot afford to have any of the engines having problem during your storm time. So that is the time when maneuvering characteristics have to be really taken into consideration. Other time too, but this in storm time, definitely you have to take care of your engines, the way you are navigating and things like that, how you are drifting. If suppose you stopped in the safe water, then these precautions are very, very much required. And suppose when the storm really resides where we have received the warning that okay, the storm has really gone back or it has taken a landfall, then you need to plan your course back to your port area. What are the course, what is the speed you're going to go by, what is the ETA. Then definitely that time also you might face some rolling or pitching, how you're going to steer about. If there's a zigzag course required, we're going to straight away head towards the port. You need to inform the relevant parties, charterers, owners, and the port authorities also that okay, this will be my ETA, so that all parties are well aware of what is really going on the vessel. So these precautions are very, very important. Most importantly, the morale of the crew members who are on board, that really needs to be kept at a higher level. When the storm warning comes, or whether you're actually facing in the outer fringes of the storm, or when you're going back, you really need to keep the morale of all the crew members up. That is by helping each other, by counseling each other and things like that. If required, seasickness tablet needs to be administered at times. So morale at a psychological level, the seafarers really need to prepare themselves. Okay, this is the storm is gonna come, and definitely you need to believe that okay, storm has come, it's probably gonna last for 3-5 days or something like that, and definitely things are gonna be better in coming time. So this was all the video is all about. And do keep tuned up. A lot of interesting and motivational video, knowledgeable videos about maritime safety will keep coming up on this platform. Do like, share and subscribe, and remember, safety first.